Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1828. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I like spending some time daily talking with you about some element of job search because it doesn't have to be as hard as it is even during the pandemic, because I know people are finding work during these times. And today's show is one where I talk with you about, well, what employers are looking for when they hire. And trust me, it's not just simply competence. Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And if you've got a question for me, contact me through Wisio.com. That's Wisio.com/The Big Game Hunter. I'll reply with a 3 to 5 minute video in response. And with that, let's get going.
And I want to talk with you today about what employers assess for when they hire. Now, that may seem like a funny subject because your first reaction is probably to say, well, they want to know if I can do the job. To me, that translates into skills competence, and yes, they try to evaluate for that. But there are other factors that firms start to assess for when they interview. And I got turned on to that notion years ago when I started to notice this one newspaper article reoccur from time to time. And the article basically said that 20% of all positions are filled by individuals who in no way, shape, or form fit the requirement that the client was looking for. But someone liked them, trusted them, and was willing to give them a shot. This made me stop and think. And I started to talk with my clients about what they hire for. And yes, competence is one variable, but there are others as well. Self-confidence is the same one as the second one I want to mention. A person who's self-confident inspires confidence that they're the solution to a need. After all, wouldn't you trust someone more that they can do a job for you if they seem passionate, enthusiastic, and self-confident, or nervous, frightened, and timid? Of course you're going to go with a self-confident person. So that's a second criteria. So we have confidence, self-confidence. Character is the next one. Is this person a character? Do they have character? Maybe they have both. Some organizations like to get both. Some of them want to ensure that you have character. Are you an individual who can fit in? That involves a cultural fit into their organization. But, we have competence, self-confidence, character, cultural fit, maybe a little bit of charisma. Now, charisma is one of those funny variables. Charisma is that quality that an individual demonstrates that allows people to just surrender their power and authority to someone because they fall in love. And I want to give you an idea of how that makes a difference. Now, let's look at three current and former presidents. We have our current president, Barack Obama. We have our former president, Bill Clinton. We have our former president, Ronald Reagan. Two of them have fairly similar politics. The third one, Ronald Reagan, very different. America loved all three of them. How does that work? Well, ultimately, there were qualities about each of them that made America stop, suspend some of their thought, and just fall in love. That's that quality of charisma. Charismatic people always do better on interviews. They always do better with salary offers than non-charismatic people. How do you get charisma? That's going to be for another video. But for today, I'm just going to tell you that competence is one quality that a person has to have. Self-confidence, character, cultural fit. Can you fit into this organization or the group or not? Character, charisma. These are all qualities that translate into leadership. Are you the kind of person who inspires confidence that you can be the solution to a need, or makes them scratch their head and look further?
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you to be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. If you have questions for me, you can ask them at Wisio.com/The Big Game Hunter. That's WISIO.com/The Big Game Hunter. The price at Wisio is less than 1/3 of what I'm charging at my website. And I'm doing this because I want to benefit my subscribers here and on YouTube, and only you're going to know about it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listened to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, it's nice to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you from time to time about how I'm helping. You can also watch me on TV. Did you know that? If you have a Fire TV or a Fire Stick, download the JobSearch TV app for Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 different TV platforms. You can watch me on either Zingo TV or BingeNetworks.tv. On YouTube, subscribe at JobSearch.TV.com and have access to thousands of videos I've created. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
This episode is sponsored by Schwans.com. What are you having for dinner tonight? Good question. Schwann's Home Delivery has a solution for you. Stock up your freezer with high-quality frozen foods like premium meats and sides, delicious ready-made meals, ice cream, and more. No subscriptions, no memberships, just a friendly yellow truck that's been delivering food for almost 70 years. Listeners of this show get a special deal. Get 20% off your first order with code YUM20. Check out schwans.com/YUM for details.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.